This is Internet City. It is a world representing reality where I've been navigating for hours on the endless streets without moving in space. Since the creation of social media, everyone in the city has become more narcissist. People now think that the crowd's reaction actually does change the facts about a lie. This is a challenge not just to knowing reality, but to reality itself. My friend and I play a game where we each want to prove a point, so we structure a statement in a way we think will aid our argument, Google it, and then reveal our results. What we type is the first step reflecting our confirmation bias. The first search, why is Trump a great president, is not neutral. In the structure of my sentence, I am already implying that Trump is a great president. I am simply asking why and not if. The overload of information, both validated and not, on the internet means that there is an answer for everything. Yet, it does not imply that this answer is true. We need to think about thinking and think about what the internet might respond in order to get a more neutral answer. As soon as I feel something weird in my body, I immediately go and look it up. There are usually about 300,000 different websites, half claiming that I'm about to die, all aiming at different audiences with different levels of understanding. How do I know what is reliable? In typing Baudrillard's concept of hyperreality, I have 380 results in 55 milliseconds. The first 3 websites are summaries, reducing what is complex in a demeaning way. Subsequently, the People Also Ask section, known as PAA, seemingly infinite, algorithmically throws tailored questions and answers to my search. Next, I see Stanford Encyclopedia. I trust this website because my philosophy professor recommended it to me. The language is academic and the article longer. It is not merely about Baudrillard's hyperreality, but his philosophy overall. But more context is important. It allows us to formulate reasonable opinions. Then I see videos, where the topic is again delivered either in 26 minutes or 4 minutes. The 4-minute video claims to be relevant because it is the second result on the search page. This means that on average it has a 15.7% click-through rate. To further understand the concept, I look up Umberto Eco Hyperreality. My first results are all Amazon sites to buy the book. So I try and type concept next to my search, and it works. Amazon still tries to persuade me as it is still my first organic result, but then I see Columbia University and PDF. For me, these are 2 indicators that suggest primary source because usually PDFs are scanned books, and reliable source because this is supported by a renowned academic institution. My results depend on specific forms of knowledge, values, and effort. What some of my friends are on social media is not a reflection of who they are in real life. You can manipulate your image, choose who to follow and your followers. The way you shape your platform will in turn determine the information you receive. Wondering about Internet City, I enter this free platform called Twitter. To access, I only need to give it my data. So I decide to reinvent myself in order to not reveal my true identity. Suddenly, I am hooked. Without realizing, I spent 3 hours in this ecosystem of networks. I was selectively applying my attention to what I wanted to see. The structure of Twitter allowed me to feed my desire for confirmation bias without bothering to patronize traditional news sources. My followers posted their own news, blurring the lines between facts and opinion. Ultimately, the reliability of my newsfeed depended firstly on my followers and what they posted, and secondly on the algorithm that decided which stories I would like as opposed to others. After spending 3 hours on my manipulated Twitter, I started questioning my own knowledge and reality. What I learned in Internet City is that it is ironic how the internet, which allows for immediate access to information by anyone who bothers to look for it, has now become nothing but an echo chamber with no form of editorial control over what is delivered as news. Even Petrarch, who lived 700 years ago, was reluctant on popular opinion and how it distorted the truth. He believed that one should avert from reading certain texts as they would intoxicate us and we would end up unconsciously imitating them. Now we need to consciously doubt them. Vetted, nuanced, and contextual information exists. It is up to us to be keen on finding it. The overload of information does allow us to receive the answer we want to hear, but ultimately, is that what we want?